start our ascent
to the ascent to the Neuschwanstein Castle, which we're gonna be having an insane view the entire time. We're gonna be walking up. Now, are there crowds here? Yeah.
Ton of crowds.
Do I know the crowds?
Tuesday?
No, maybe not, but you know, they don't care, so I guess we shouldn't care either.
Huge groups of people coming in, especially looks like high school students on some sort of school trip or something. So we're gonna get to the bridge right now. I believe it's called the Marienbrücke Bridge, and take our good pictures while there shouldn't be too many people. Tourism. Well, it's actually not that packed the second we step away. We should probably actually get pictures. We got a good space, never mind.
Yeah.
By the time construction on the Neuschwanstein Castle began, Ludwig was 23 years old, consumed by architecture and fantasy. While Bavaria expected a ruler, Ludwig saw himself more as a guardian of beauty, a self-appointed patron of art, myth, and solitude. His life unfolded like a legend of his own design, withdrawing from politics, communicating only through letters rather than meetings, and eventually living almost entirely just at night. Declared mentally unfit to rule in 1886, Ludwig was arrested and confined. Just days later, he was found dead in Lake Starnberg. Officially ruled a drowning, the case remains one of Germany's most endured royal mysteries, a poetic, eerie end to a king who never truly belonged to reality in the first place. Still not exactly sure if what we did was smart or not, but there's some type of shortcut. Imagine the path is there and we went straight up, where the path is supposed to be like up to here, but we just went straight up. There was some type of like path with roots that looked like steps. Seemed like it was somewhat maintained and managed. So that was really hard, but hopefully we shaved off like 10 minutes just climbing. Also, in front of us looks all clouds, so I hope we can even see anything. Yeah. Well, it's kind of how it goes. So now we're just gotta figure out where to go, because a little lost in the woods. Yeah, I don't know. If I were to guess, we are going up some type of mountain bike trail. This is not part of the trail. We do see the castle there. It could be a trail, but the trail we're specifically trying to go on is this one, and that gives us a view of both castles together from a really high point. But if you look at the weather, not in our favor right now. It's clearly gonna pour. So if we don't get there in the next like 5 minutes, we've just totally committed to, you know, vertically climbing up. Oh my God, this view is crazy. There's no one here. This is so much different than the bridge. Definitely not an official trail. Maybe it is. Some carvings on this wood. Woo! Officially back on the trail in these dark, scary forests of Germany. Our super vertical ascend intersected with the actual trail. So we're officially on it now. But it's a race against time to not get poured on and not to have clouds completely destroy the view of even any of the castles, because you might not even be able to see any. These clouds are so heavy, cannot see anything. Why do we always get such the worst weather days, man? Oh, as long as Switzerland isn't like this, I'll be happy. second we get up here, you can barely see the Neuschwanstein. The yellow one's over there. We hiked all the way up here in the rain.
This is not fun.
The second we get up here. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I think we got to turn around. We are literally in a freaking storm right now. You can't even see anything. I can't see the castle at all. Oh my God. We're in the eye of the storm right now, so we have some coverage, but at what cost? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and I'm on a cliff. To get that castle and that one. But what? How is this safe? That is like a few thousand feet drop. Oh my God. Woo! All for Instagram.
Let's go.
We don't even have Instagram, but follow us for more best quality content, facts, B-roll, vlog, cool personalities, honest reviews, young kids. Come on, we're bringing it all. We're bringing it all. All right, let's not die. Goodbye. Tip when coming to Neuschwanstein Castle, pick a day where it's pouring rain. At least you'll have the bridge somewhat to yourself.
And also, I think the rain in the background just adds such a mystique.
Yeah.
This is really cool. I love it. But like, REI, you hooking us up.
Rainer jacket, link below. We are finally here at the Neuschwanstein Castle. There is a ton of people down there, so nice to be here. Looking like we're the only ones here, even though that's not true because everybody's just down the steps. Sometimes, like when you do the tour of the inside, it can kind of like hurt or like taint your opinion of the actual place overall if the tour kind of sucks or that it's like underwhelming inside. Yeah. That's exactly what happened here, and now it's not as cool.
I think it's way cooler like farther away.
Yeah.
I think it's way cooler farther away. Maybe like a little bit up close, but like when we saw it farther away, we're like, oh my God, that's the best castle ever.
Yeah.
And then when we went inside, it was like rushing, pushing around, large crowds. Could barely really understand the tour guide. So not that interesting. The big ballroom was the best place, and then like the heater at the end.
Quickly on the tour, I would say it is not worth it to do the Hohen, I forgot the name of it. Sophia's good at pronouncing that name. I still haven't figured out the name. The H Yellow Castle. Do that one, do the tour. It was a much more like personal group of like 20 people. You can hear the tour guide. You go through a ton of rooms, maybe like, 10 to 15 rooms here, maybe 5 to 10 rooms, if that. You really only stop in about 5 and you kind of pass like 5 others. So probably 5 rooms in the Neuschwanstein Castle, 10 to 15 in the H Yellow Castle. hurt my opinion of this castle. You know, when you see it from the outside, you think it's magical. You think every room is hand painted, wooden, and that's how it was supposed to be. Like, obviously, I believe they said 21 out of the 66 rooms are completed. A lot of the rooms aren't completed because Ludwig II was declared mad and what later passed away. So the construction of the castle fully stopped. So only, again, like 22 rooms out of the 66 or whatever were fully completed. So it's not even the castle's fault for some rooms. You know, there only being so much you can actually see. There is a lot of just industrialized construction in there. You see, you know, metal staircases. There's about 3 gift shops in there. There's a cafe. A lot of the stuff looks very, very, very new. It seems, you know, it's built for tourists to walk through all day. It's not some old crazy castle with like creaky floors and, you know, you're able to like look around. You're forced, you're pushed. If you're in the back of the group, you know, you can walk a little slower, but if you're in the front of the group, you're being pushed. You only have like, you know, under 5 minutes per room, and then after the tour guide's done speaking and you're done putting that phone to your ear, you only really have like a minute before the next group just pushes you out of the room and then they close the door behind you. So can't really see much. Super industrialized, huge group of people. You have that like phone to your ear. It's like annoying. You can't even hear the tour guide. There's so many people. It is just a tourist attraction. So it's not exactly what you think, but the H Yellow Castle, worth it. Much more personalized tour. See whatever you want. Take your time. Here, rushed, you know, and I don't think that's going to change.
Yo.
And, oh, wow. Whoa, pretzel.
Too.
Nice. Despite looking medieval, Neuschwanstein was actually cutting edge for its time. It had central heating, running water, flushing toilets, and even a telephone line. Almost unheard of in the 19th century, especially for a mountain retreat. It was a technological marvel disguised as a medieval fantasy, created at a time where castles were already long out of fashion. What makes it even more surreal is that it was built while Bavaria was deep in debt. Ludwig paid for it mostly from his private fortune, racking up massive loans that led to increasing pressure from his government and ultimately his arrest on the grounds of madness. This madness stemmed from the fact that the Neuschwanstein Castle was almost complete and he was building another one and he bought grounds for another one. So basically, and they were already deep in debt. So I guess it would be pretty obvious that they would call him mad, but maybe he was just like a creative genius. I mean, look at this castle. He obviously had really good ideas. And the fact that he was keeping the medieval fantasy imagination alive, definitely a lot of respect from my part, just because a lot of people still love that. I mean, this whole European trip is due to the fact that we just want to see these medieval European old towns, and maybe he was just different in the way that he just wanted to allow his imagination to come true. It seemed that in the H Yellow Castle, in his early life, he was kind of just put in isolation, told what to do, told you need to be this type of king. His brother Otto had mental issues, so Ludwig, as the older brother, never really connected with Otto, so feeling outcasted and forced into a life that maybe he didn't want to be in. You could see how he took his brain to different forms of beautiful architecture, and I wish these other castles would have been built. But just days after being arrested and declared insane, Ludwig was found dead in the lake, as I mentioned earlier, with his psychiatrist. They believe, I guess the biggest conspiracy is that Ludwig strangled the psychiatrist and then drowned himself in the lake. The psychiatrist and Ludwig were going on a walk, I guess to just like calm their mind or something, as far as like just on the part of Ludwig. But Ludwig, the king, probably had deeper intentions to plan to kill himself and the psychiatrist, but they said that the lake was around like under his knee level and the guy was 6'4". So some people don't believe that he drowned himself. I don't know, maybe the psychiatrist killed him, who knows? But if they declared him insane,
this castle was his absolute dream, and it got taken from his hands, and he knew he would never see it again. It kind of makes sense why he would, you know, maybe commit suicide. But his death remains one of the most debated royal mysteries in European history. One thing that is certain is that the moment he died, all construction on the castle ceased. It wasn't even finished, and yet within weeks, it was open to the public, and it has remained one of the most visited destinations in all of Europe. We would just recommend you have two options. If you come to Fusen and you want to see the castles, option number one, stay for 2 days, do the earliest time possible for each castle, see that. I know that there's like a third option. It's like some garden building or something.
Yeah, it looks
I'm not sure what it is, but you could probably sneak that in at any time. I don't think anyone's going there as much as obviously the Neuschwanstein. That's going to be the main tourist attraction. So, but it's just like, yeah. So your first option, 2 days Fusen, see each of them the earliest time on day 1, day 2, or just see the H Yellow Castle on the first day and skip the Neuschwanstein tour. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
Not sponsored whatsoever, but REI is a amazing company.
Yeah.
Our top choice for this trip. We got so much from them. And as far as our gear, you can check out our link down below for this jacket. And same with Sophia. I'm wearing the black. She is wearing
the white one.
The white. And this.
Yeah, we love these jackets. Windproof, waterproof, pretty breathable. If you're in wrestling and you're trying to lose some weight, I would wear this jacket.
Put this jacket on in the shower, turn it up all the way. You'll be sweating. The water gets trapped. We're not wet at all. I mean, hey, these pants, different story. But these coats, Rainer jacket, REI, check it out. Love them.
I would buy this a million times.
Yeah, we could only pick out so much for this trip, and this was a must-have. A lot of research went into it. REI, great brand. Go check them out.
Yes. Meow.
Feel free to skip past our product reviews, but we feel it's pretty important. Another product, just wanted to quickly mention. Obviously, we don't really mention any products on our channel, so you should obviously kind of listen up when we do. Again, the REI Rainer jacket, and also the Brooks Glycerin Max.
Yeah.
We both have them. I got black, she got white. That's actually not. This is like a cream tan color. It's just pretty dirty at the moment.
They look a lot cleaner than.
But as far as our, talking about the Brooks Glycerin Max, incredible shoe. Again, we tested probably 50 shoes each. In the one running store before we left. We were in that running store for probably 3 hours, and we settled on the Brooks Glycerin Max. Not even close a decision compared to the others. Typically, this shoe is a marathon training shoe, but it has worked for all purposes. We have walked in the snow. We are walking an extreme, rainfall with rocks and wet wood, and we are confident. Our feet have not hurt whatsoever after like
swollen.
Yeah, they haven't hurt whatsoever after the first like week. And we're walking 20 to 30,000 steps a day. If you work in any type of healthcare or standing on your feet all day, get the Brooks Glycerin Max. I don't think I'm ever gonna get another shoe, and we're not sponsored by them whatsoever. We hope to be one day, but amazing shoe, extremely comfortable. They make you like 3 inches taller. They make you taller. Your feet don't hurt. You can walk how far, how long, whatever you want.
Yeah. And you barely feel any impact either. Like whenever we went on runs when we haven't ran in a while, you feel no impact. Like usually my knees now hurt, but we feel no impact. Amazing running shoes, walking shoes. Great for like all terrain. I mean, this is really rocky, so it would usually hurt my feet, but you don't feel the bottom of the ground whatsoever. Yeah,
the shoe has a natural rocker in it. So as it helps your foot. It pushes your foot forward, and it helps you walk. It helps you run, and it's so soft. You feel no impact. Brooks Glycerin Max, REI raincoat. Check out the links in the description. Maybe we'll do more products, but as far as now, top 2 products that have saved our lives, especially these shoes. Love these shoes beyond anything. I've only tried on regular,
running shoes that have done nothing and they hurt my feet, or basketball shoes. I don't think I'm ever gonna touch another shoe. These are amazing. I love them.
Yeah.
Brooks, hit me up.
Yeah.
Hi.
Go again, go again, go again.
Why, it didn't work?
Because you were barely in it.
Right here?
Yeah, go. That was good.
Go. Cool.
Yeah. Dang!